You're tuned in to Ask the Master Auto Technician. Car questions? Get answers right now. Call 850-763-0555.
James Auto Center. We fix it right, guaranteed. Beep, 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 yeah.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to our second half of our show. Brian Armstead's calling all the way from Maryland, I believe. Brian, good morning, sir. Where are you at this morning?
I'm in Maryland. James, how are you doing? How are you, Anna Marie?
Anna Marie, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing very well, thank you.
Now,
Excellent.
how's the weather up in Maryland? Is it cool up there? Is it wintertime yet?
Well, it's cold. We got a short time today, so let's get right into it.
Good.
We're going to talk about the 2018 Jeep Wrangler. I know the Wrangler is a very popular vehicle today in your neck of the woods, James, as you and Anna Marie have told me. You see them everywhere. You have them in your shop.
Yes.
Well, there's a reason for that. People have always liked the utility and the freedom. You know, driving a Jeep, James, it's like riding a four-wheel motorcycle. You know, the vehicle can be configured. Really, I mean, it can be configured in any way that you want. You can fold down the windshield. You can take off the doors. You can have an option where you have, you know, an open sky with just like a roll cage.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start getting parts from Esset Mopar, and you can make this thing look like the wildest off-road vehicle you can ever imagine. First, a little history. July 1940. Let's go back to World War II, James. The U.S. military informed automakers that was looking for a light reconnaissance vehicle that had a lot of different specifications, including a 600-pound load capacity and blackout driving lights, all kinds of things for war. Willys Overland and American Bantam car manufacturers were the only two companies to answer the call. And Willys ultimately got the contract to build the first Jeeps. The first civilian Jeep came out in 1945. It was a CJ2A.
I did not know that.
And this thing, you know, it was utilitarian. It was, you know, built for civilians, but it was very utilitarian. But those were the times. Over the years, we've had various iterations: CJ3, CJ6, CJ7. The the Scrambler, which was like a little cool pickup truck type of deal. So a Jeep with a bed, just two-door with a bed. Really cool vehicle. Very popular these days on the resale market. Scrambler, YJ, different terminology starting in 1987. TJ, 1997-2006. JK, 2007 to 2018. And JL, 2018. James, got to tell you.
Please.
The JL is the best Wrangler ever built, period. And it should be because, you know, as things evolve, they should get better, but not every manufacturer has put the amount of money and effort that they put into this new Jeep. First of all, it's the first Jeep that I've been able to drive comfortably. You know, as I've stated many times, I'm 6 feet 9 inches tall. I weigh 300 pounds. I'm a big guy. And the Wrangler, the previous two-door Wranglers, couldn't even get my knees up under the dashboard. This new Wrangler, it comes in different trim levels. Well, to be honest, I drove the four-door version, so it does have a little more room. But what a comfortable, capable SUV. I mean, on the road, when we went to, where did we go? I've been all over the place. I think I was in Arizona. I was in Tucson, Arizona.
Yes, you were.
Yes. Right. And they had a road course set up. You know, a typical press drive. You go out on the highway. You know, you drive around. You feel the suspension, how supple it is. You get a chance to listen to XM radio. You turn on the air conditioning or the heat, depending on where you are. And it was freezing in Arizona, so we turned on the heat. And, you know, you kind of enjoy the creature comforts of an automobile. Well, that was then, and then they said this is now. They took us to an off-road course where, and I've done a lot of off-roading in my time, James, a lot. I mean, I've done some pretty advanced courses. I have never had more fun on an off-road course than I had with this Jeep Wrangler.
Good.
I mean, we weren't doing mud and ruts and water and, you know, and lateral turns. We were doing rock crawling.
Rock crawling, yes, I've heard about that.
Oh my goodness, rock crawling is so cool. First of all, you set the Jeep. The Jeep has new Command Track and Rock Track 4x4 systems. Dana axles, next generation Dana axles, a select track full-time 2-speed transfer case, True Lock electric front and rear lockers, a track lock limited slip differential, 33-inch off-road tires standard on certain models, and the ability to electronically unhook the sway bars.
Ooh.
So you've got all kinds of wheel travel. You know, even if the back wheel, even if the front wheel is like 3 feet off the ground, the chances are, and maybe I'm exaggerating, I don't know the exact numbers, but chances are you still have some contact because of the ability to unlock to lock those differentials and unlock the electronic sway bar. So you go through a process, and the instructors are there. You know, hey, put it in 4 low. You know, select this switch here, lock the differentials front and rear. Hit the sway bar, electronic sway bar lock, release. You see lights come on. You see your status on the dashboard, and off you go. You follow these guys, and you crawl up the hills. There was one point where my drive partner, James, was so afraid. We were literally tilted to the point where I thought we might roll as well.
Oh, boy.
We were like crawling alongside some rocks, you know, and the car was tilted to the right. And here's my big mass up in the air, you know, kind of encouraging the thing to tilt, because the heaviest part is me.
All right.
My goodness, James. Unbelievable traction, technology, and the car, the Jeep Wrangler just pulled right on through. It's got a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4.
Okay.
It's got a 3.6-liter Pentastar. You know the Pentastar well. You've worked on hundreds of them,
Right.
I'm sure. Coming 2019, James, diesel power in response to overwhelming consumer demand. A 3-liter EcoDiesel V6
Wow.
coming 2019. That is going to be the rock-crawling monster.
Yes,
Can you
it will.
imagine a Jeep with that blow-in torque that a diesel provides crawling over rocks? It's going to sell like hotcakes. A brilliant stroke by Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, which builds Jeep. Because, you know, after the Volkswagen debacle, the demand for diesel has diminished dramatically, and now they're coming out with this Jeep diesel. You know, I could go on for an hour about this vehicle. I want to give you a chance. I've been running my mouth. I want to give you a chance to throw in a question or two.
Yeah.
But I just got to tell you that I'm a new fan. You know, I'm wearing. I got Jeep hats. I got Jeep T-shirts. I'm wearing them proudly because here's a vehicle built in America that's the most capable SUV. Period. I mean, forget Land Rover, forget G-Wagons. This, you know, and I can't say forget Land Rover
Well,
because they're remarkable.
The thing I like about it, is when people tell me they have 4-wheel drives, I say, okay, that's nice. Technically, what that means is you've got one wheel in the back that grabs really good, and you got another wheel on the front that grabs really good. But with this, you're telling me you can lock the front differential and the rear differentials where you really have true 4-wheel drive. All 4
That's right.
wheels have traction, which a lot of people don't realize that most 4-wheel drives don't have. But with that locker rear end, front and rear, is this a first for Jeep to have front and rear lockers? Because I'm not familiar with it. If it is
I don't want to give you an ignorant question and say no, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
Okay, well,
You know, they've been rocking the SUV game.
Yes, they have been.
The 4x4 game for years now. You know, we talked about the history going back to World War II. Their top dog is the Rubicon.
Yes,
named
yes.
after the famed Rubicon Trail, which has turned many a man into a mouse. You know, and you can easily roll a vehicle on the Rubicon Trail. I mean, you're crawling. You're not rock crawling. You're boulder climbing. It's just unbelievable.
Boulder
I haven't
climbing.
done it. I have colleagues who have. The Rock Track 4x4 again. Next generation Dana 44 front and rear axles with a 4-low ratio of 4.1. I don't know what those numbers mean, but I know that's
very
impressive.
low, very low gear ratio. It'll crawl.
It's got a crawl ratio of 84.2 to 1 and 77.2 to 1 on Rubicon models equipped with a new 8-speed transmission. Both make scaling any obstacle on the trail easy.
Now, these are automatic transmissions, 8-speed, right? 8-speed automatic?
These are automatic transmission, 8 speeds.
Wow.
I'm trying to read everything in front of me here. I'm reading from the press kits. No. The standard 6-speed manual has an 84.2 to 1 crawl speed. car ratio, and it's 77.2 to 1 on the 8-speed automatic. So
Okay.
6-speed manual. I couldn't get my feet up under the dash for the manual transmission,
Okay.
so I did not drive that model. But you know, I think for what I like to do off road, and with my level of experience, I don't want to worry about a clutch.
Yes.
I prefer to go with the automatic.
I don't blame
So
you.
the real pros will want to slip that clutch and get it just right, get that tire bite. But these are experts who do this. You know, there's a cult following for Jeeps. You have Jeep jamborees and Camp Jeeps where people from all over the world, people from the United Kingdom and Sweden fly their Jeeps in to participate in these events. It's like it's a real cult following for an ultra impressive vehicle. Now, the only negative for Jeeps is that they don't have some of the safety features that you might find in a normal SUV, like the Jeep Grand Cherokee. You know, the no side curtain airbag.
Okay.
You know, it's got a few little doodads for safety that aren't available. But you know, most people do take their vehicles off road.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
You know what you're going in. If you want ultimate safety and ultimate, you know, and very, very good SUV off-road capability, Grand Cherokee's for you.
Okay.
If you want just busting rocks and crawling and having a load of fun getting mud on you, then you got to go with the 2018 Jeep Wrangler. It's a go. It's a must. Jeep. What's the website for it? I don't know. Just type in Jeep and your 2018 Jeep in your search engine. I mean, all kinds of cool standard features, LED lights, a lot of luxury. It's
Good.
just an amazing vehicle.
It sounds like we've been showing pictures of it as you've been talking behind me. It's a fantastic looking vehicle. I'm interested in. I think I'm gonna go by and check one out. That's one thing I enjoy when you come over here. It gives me a good reason to go to the dealerships and look. I see you talk about some of the neatest cars that are coming out, and I think this Jeep Grand Cherokee, this Jeep Wrangler is going to be something that a lot of people are going to be looking at real close, because Jeeps are very, very popular in this part of Florida. Very popular. Everyone has at least one Jeep. As a matter of fact, I've had.
Well, you gotta roll over alligators in the middle of the road.
We have that share of that too down here. It's true.
And
All right.
it's Jeep.com.
Jeep.com.
www.jeep.com. Yep.
All right, sounds good, Brian. We got to go. We're up against the clock. I'll talk to you again next, and I'll put this on
Alrighty.
my Facebook. I'll put this on YouTube for you. All right, everybody, y'all be
Thanks,
good.
guys.
I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye bye.
James Auto Center, we fix it right.